This is the Wednesday, May 12th meeting of the Smart Growth Committee. Mr. Scott, Mr. Stefano is here along with Mr. Gore. And item number 2, comments, suggestions, petitions by residents in attendance regarding items not on the agenda. Anyone attending the meeting have anything? Did someone speak up? I didn't. No, okay. Item number 4, 631 North Matlock Street, approve reverse subdivision of lots. This involves a lot at North Matlock and Ashbridge, where they just want to take 2 lots, make them one. If my understanding is it doesn't involve any new construction or anything other than just combining the 2 lots. Is that about right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's correct, Don. This plan that's Billy, give Billy a minute here to get this up here. You can blow that up, Bill, make that a little bit bigger for everybody to see. Don, that is correct. This plan that's in front of you does not involve any construction. It is simply for the reverse subdivision of the 2 parcels. The applicant would like to combine those 2 parcels into one.
Okay.
Planning Commission had a favorable recommendation on it. My review letter was clean. The positive of this is that the combination of those 2 lots does eliminate a nonconformity there on the side yard of where the garage structure is located.
Okay. And you mentioned the Planning Commission.
The Borough Planning Commission made a favorable recommendation for approval.
Yeah.
And the County Planning Commission had no comments on their review at all.
Okay. So I'm fine with this. Or any comments, questions from people attending the meeting?
I have a question.
Okay.
Ken, what's the reason behind this? Is this originated by the property owners at the corner?
Yes, the applicant is the property owner. They purchased the property and are wishing to combine these 2 parcels.
Okay, they just want to combine it. They don't want to do any other construction or anything there?
The applicant's on the line. I'll let him answer any of those questions. Matt, if you want to jump in and answer Mr. Scott's question about any future plans you have for the site.
Yeah, sure thing. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, Bill. So we bought the property back in January. It's actually 2 non-conforming lots. So this is a block class A and NC1, which requires a minimum of 20,000 square feet per lot. These 2 lots are about 17,000 and change and 13 and change. So we're actually taking about 6 non-conformities and making 1 consolidated lot. And then we will be, likely looking to renovate the existing structure, add an addition. But before doing so, we didn't want to get too far ahead of ourselves without having the ability to erase this lot line and make it a conforming lot.
And does it not get steep in the back there, that as it was the back of your house going up towards the castle next door?
No, that's my house too, Bill. And thanks for mentioning it. But yeah, there's no steep slopes on the site except for when it leads back down to the right of way.
Okay.
And I own that house as well, so appreciate the comment there.
Okay. All right. So it isn't that Kevin Gore went over and explained all these non-conforming uses and hollered at you, and you feel obligated to make everything conform with our ordinances?
That's correct, Bill. I mean, usually people are looking to subdivide properties. This is the opposite. So it's actually complying with what the ordinance intended, which is low density, single family, detached residential. So.
Okay, very fine. I think that must bring a tear to the eye of both Mr. Perone and Mr. Gore. Thank you very much and welcome to the neighborhood.
I'm
mean-
here, Bill. I'm in the Castle House. So if you want to stop by, just, stop by and say hello anytime.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
all right.
your councilman, welcome.
Thank you.
Mike Stefano, where do you stand on this?
No problems with it.
Okay, so that would be a 3-0 recommendation to approve this. Any comments from people in the attending the meeting? I was going to say audience. Item number 5, review building and housing monthly report. Kevin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Don.
Mhm.
Pretty quiet on the reporting front here. We have been busy behind the scenes doing a lot of reviews on projects. But as you may be aware, the borough did receive a land development submission for the Wyeth property. We have had some departmental meetings internally just to discuss the project, how we're going to go about the review. And all the borough departments and consultants are currently reviewing this plan. And it will be on the agenda for the planning commission this month. So May 17th and the 25th are the 2 dates for the planning commission to discuss this project. And we'll provide any updates as they come forward. And Melton Center, we're moving forward there with the building. As you can see, if you drive by now, the fence along Market Street's open, so you can see in there. They don't have the windscreening up there. The foundations are complete. They're working on the elevator tower, and the borough engineer and the county are still reviewing the stormwater management system revisions. So once I receive word on that, we'll update borough council on what's going on with the stormwater system. And want to remind everybody that on the 26th, actually there's a typo I'm just seeing that says April 26th. That's supposed to be May 26th, not April. That is May 26th at 7 p.m. We have a special meeting with borough council to discuss the zoning update. I apologize for the typo there. But that is May 26th for the record. Bill, if you could scroll down there. Numbers are continuing to go up here as COVID keeps moving on. We're getting a lot of permits in. You see for the month, we issued 42 building permits. And for year to date, we're at 180. So we're seeing a pretty good uptick in permits there. We conducted 40 inspections in the month for building permits. And we inspected 164 dwelling units. Those are the rental inspections. So starting to get a little more production out of the inspections and permits, which is good. It's a good sign. And we issued 44 trash tickets in the month, and we have 311 for the year. So we're still seeing significant amount of trash violations out there in the borough. The permit revenues for the month total just under $30,000. 111 for the year, 111,000 for the year to date.
Kevin, I have a question.
Yeah. Yes.
I heard a complaint about up in town, the right of way on the sidewalk around a cafe. Would that fall under any of these? Is there any citations issued for that recently, or?
We have sent notice of violations to several of the businesses, specifically for those who are expanding beyond their business on the sidewalk. Is that what you're referring to?
I was thinking of just, the idea of having I forget how many inches it is that you need to keep clear within the sidewalk to allow.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know
The 54 inches. Our officers have been looking at that.
Yeah.
And if there's any specific issues, let me know. We can certainly address it.
Okay. Yeah. And then the other question I had was about And nothing was mentioned. Is anything new with the Burger King site? Anybody proposing anything there? Or?
I did get a call the other day from their attorney. They no movement yet. They do want to submit a plan, but it sounds like they may want to submit under the new ordinance that's proposed because it's going to benefit them a little bit more. So stay tuned.
Okay.
We need an Arby's. I have to drive too far when I want a sandwich. Anyway, thank you very much for that. Are there any questions or comments from people attending the meeting on the building and housing report?
I have questions.
Okay.
Bill Scott here. Now I know we decided that the special meeting for zoning was to start at 7. Why are we varying from the past such meetings, which started, I think at 5:30? I do think it might turn into a long meeting. I don't know. I think probably we should start at 6. But does anybody have thoughts on that? May I ask?
I
Sounds like everybody's
doesn't
happy.
matter what time.
Everybody's happy with 7 o'clock?
Sure.
Okay. So much for that. The second question I have is with respect to the Wyeth property. It's been made known that we needed a dedicated counsel help, that is attorney help, on reviewing that project. Where does that stand? Is that going to be on next week's agenda?
Let Mr. Perron answer that question. I know he's been working on that.
No, Bill, that was an executive session item and it moved forward.
And moving forward, what?
We hired special
can be-
counsel.
Yeah. Is there anything that can be said about it, the going forward in public, Mike?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's no, yeah, I don't think it's any big deal. We're hiring special counsel because our solicitor has a conflict because West Goshen Township is hired special counsel to become party to any proceedings we have for that development. What more do you need to discuss?
I believe it should go to council. That is, I'm
Well,
sure.
It did last night.
Wrong. It was not on the agenda. And I spoke to that last night. Nothing was resolved about that. There was someone expressed an opinion that the borough manager could hire an extra attorney for this dedicated purpose on his own hook. But
No. That was not if that was the case, it wouldn't have been in front of Borough Council last night.
that's what I thought. So when is it going to go to borough council to approve who we should hire?
It was in your executive session last night. Ask your fellow council members what they did.
Oh, no, the microphone went off right after that. That was a closeout thing. Anyway, let it be known that that is supposed to go to council. You ought to just put it on next Tuesday for the work session, approve hiring thus and so. We don't even know who he is.
I disagree with you. The only thing that has to go on the council agenda is Borough Council met in the executive session to discuss legal matters. That's what has to go on the agenda.
It said Snyder Avenue on the announcement. Well, I look,
I'm not arguing, Bill. Okay.
if we take a vote,
That's not part of the Smart Growth Committee agenda either.
if we take a vote in executive session, it has to be ratified by council anyway. It has to go before council. So I think I just say we should follow the rules. I think you're going to get where you want to be by next Wednesday.
And what do we do if there's proceedings between now and then?
Well, that's why I just asked Kevin Gore. Is there any are we at the stage where we need scrutiny of it?
Yes, there's expert letters being written by the end of this week. There's a planning commission work session next Tuesday night.
What's next Tuesday night? The planning commission?
Work session of the planning commission.
Okay, well,
We had a zoning hearing board application just got pulled today, which we didn't know about till today.
yeah, okay, well, here's the story. If you want to do it legally, if you feel you need to engage this guy in an emergency for that which is going on right now, and we shouldn't be delaying it, I have no complaint about that. It should still go on the agenda next week. Period. That's the law. Nobody else wants to follow it. What can I do? I'm not going to climb that hill. But that's relevant to your report about the Wyeth deal, and that's why I'm saying it. Thank you, and God bless you all, and God bless our troops.
Thank you. Does anyone at the meeting have any questions or comments about this? Okay. Item number 6, approve 2021 rental license fees and approve amendment to fee schedule. Oh, wait, is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Bryson. So this is something that we do annually. We have to review the fees for the rental units. And this year, unfortunately, they're going down, because it's fortunate for the landlords. But there is a reduction in the fee this year due to the 2 staff members that the department lost. So the rental unit, a full rental unit will be $44, and a rooming unit will be $42. One other thing I want to note, I did add on this amendment to the fee schedule was a zoning review fee of $50. This was something that was discussed last year that never got added to the fee schedule. But this is for site plan reviews for fences, sheds, patios, things of that nature that don't necessarily require building permits, but that we do spend time on reviewing. So I wanted to get that put onto the fee schedule for Borough Council's consideration.
Okay. All right.
Would- Kevin, would that zoning review, would that include sidewalks, like having to get a permit? I know the permit doesn't cost anything. Would that include you guys reviewing that?
No, that usually goes to Public Works. They handle the sidewalk permits and review that.
Okay. Okay.
Michael, Bill, do you have any issues with this?
No.
Okay. Bill?
No, I support this fully. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone at the meeting have any comments or questions about this? Okay, so that would be a 3-0 for this item. Next, item 7, approve endorsement of Public Arts Committee Commission Committee Piano in the Plaza application. This is an interesting concept. Being a musician, of course, I'm going to go for it. But it would be, oh, here we go. We just want to provide some music, 44 West Gay Street on Sundays from 10 to 1 p.m. It would not be a rock concert or anything like that, but just to highlight local musical talent. It would be monitored. Taylor's Music will provide a piano, and also they have specific sidewalk locations have been selected as alternatives, but I don't know what they are there. Grace Breen, who is from Henderson, is on the line. Is there anything that, if you can hear me, if you could unmute And if there's anything you could add to this or should add to this?
Yeah, so I think you pretty much covered everything. The one thing that you did mention was the alternate locations. That would be the 100 block of, or the first block of East Gay Street, right next to Tekka. There's that small open area, which, so far I have permission from Adam Lowe, who owns the plaza at the corner there across from Fairman's, to have at least the first performance there. And depending on how that one goes, we would be able to continue the performances in the same location. So just in case he decides that he doesn't want to have the rest of the performances there, we have chosen this as an alternate location. But in order to use this, we would need access to the electricity, which I believe you can access from the lampposts, and there are a few in that area that we would be able to use. We would just need approval from the commission to do so.
Okay, will you be requiring amplifiers, microphones, things like that?
The only thing that we would potentially need would be speakers, which would be provided by Taylor's, I believe.
Would be provided by what? Taylor's?
By Taylor's Music Store. They
Okay,
did mention
right.
that if we needed those.
Okay.
Yes, because it is an electric piano. It's not an actual piano. It's
Oh,
an
yeah,
electric.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yep.
okay. That's
So
nice of you to turn them down.
so Don, just to give you a heads up,
Yeah.
we did have a complaint the other day about music being played at 44 West.
Really?
Part of the liquor license condition was no music there.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I don't
But
know if
that's
Kevin,
it.
I don't know if Kevin has an update on that or what's going on. So this kind of seems to be like you're telling the restaurant they can't
Yeah.
have music, but then you're putting music in the plaza.
Hmm.
That seems to be a little
Um,
inconsistent.
But the restaurant, wasn't that for music inside the restaurant?
I read the agreement for the liquor license and it wasn't very clear. It did say that they couldn't have live amplified music. So I think we have to just discuss that a little bit more and figure out what they can and can't do there.
Okay, well,
I wasn't part of the hearing for the liquor
Mhm.
license, so
Well, this would be live music,
Yeah.
amplified music.
May I say, with respect to Ms. Green's proposal here, it's only from it's only for 2 hours on a Sunday in the middle of the day. And from the sound of it and from the sound of her presentation, it seems like they'll be discreet about making too much sound. So I don't think that's a problem with respect to this application. I'm not understanding where the first such concert is going to be. Is it going to be on that plaza at the corner?
Yes, I've already spoken with Adam Lowe, who owns the plaza there, and he said we can definitely have the first one in the plaza in that area. And also, as you kind of mentioned there, the point of this, I'm not trying to have like a full out performance or anything like that. It's kind of meant to be more of like background music, more subtle, so it won't be very loud. That's not really our intentions here. It's just to display local young musicians and their talent, to be kind of like, oh, people can walk by and enjoy it and keep walking. It's not meant to gather a crowd or be a big event or anything like that.
I understand that. The other thing I would say is I would like Mr. O'Brien to weigh in on this for obvious reasons, being the CEO of the bid.
Can I say something first?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, is that all right? Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I think the difference between the bar or restaurant having live music and this is that amplified. This is like I think Mr. Brayson said, it's like this is during the day. It's earlier. It's meant more for like the public walking by or lounging in the plaza area to display. Whereas a bar or restaurant having it is meant more for entertainment purposes for their guests. So there is a difference there, and I think this yeah, I don't have any problem. I think this is great. And actually, one of the things that I, being a musician, one of the things I envisioned myself was seeing people play live in the plaza and having live music there. I think it's a perfect little spot for it. So I don't have any issue with this.
Yeah, me either.
May I ask about the electricity? It's not going to take a lot of electricity, is it?
No, not at all.
No,
I
Okay.
don't think it would be much now.
no.
And anyway, you're plugging into the public uh, light poles or into
That would, if we were to use the alternate location for other performances, we would need to use the lamp posts in order to get electricity. But I have contacted Adam Lowe to see if we could access the electricity from the building for the one performance that is definitely confirmed for the plaza. He has not yet gotten back to me on that, but I am anticipating his response soon now.
okay.
Bill, for what it's worth, my electric piano that is right in front of me that I've had for 35 years, it doesn't even register a blip on the electric meter. It uses so little current. So that really wouldn't be an issue.
If anybody complains about the use of electricity, I think the borough should pay for it. It doesn't sound like much, but I guess that's not an issue.
I don't
And
think
again,
so.
I'd like, I'm interested in what the bid position is on this, although the board never took a vote, but if I think John O'Brien should be read in on this if he's still with us.
He is.
Mr. Braceland, if it's okay with you.
Hi, John.
We're always supportive of downtown events. We've been trying to figure out ways to bring in music. We had ideas around, the holiday season, but obviously COVID started to spike then, and it really just wasn't proper to bring in live performers at that point.
Right.
The PAC has not talked to me about this event yet. I actually have a phone call pending with Rayod about 2 other PAC related issues. I did talk with Adam Lowe today, just in general about use of the plaza. I mean, obviously that is private property. They're kind of working out internally what kind of approvals and metrics they want to use for, events that people are requesting. Since I know a lot of people have ideas about what to do in the plaza, but obviously it is still private property. The only just, for Grace, for your, consideration is the electricity. Those light plugs are at the top of all of those lampposts. So the plug-in, it's you'd have to go get a ladder up there somehow, plug in, and then run the cord down and across. So just in terms of logistics, if council moves forward on that side of town, just consider that. But we're definitely in support. I can talk to some of the restaurants around there, Sedona, Maze, Slowhand, that would be open at that time. I'm sure the one complaint that we got about the noise that Mr. Perrin referenced was somewhat of a soft complaint, and I'm sure the resident we can talk, bring this up to her, but I have a feeling that she would be very supportive of something like this. But I can definitely check with the business in the area, but I think it would be a great event to attract people in downtown.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't understand the alternative placements of the electric piano. I understand on the platform, meaning the 44 West platform. Where's the alternative that's been suggested?
Down by Teka.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think, Mr. Chairman, I think we should approve it with the stipulation that Mr. Braceland and Mr. Stefano be allowed to have 1 half-hour segment each to show their talents.
And Mr. Braceland, just one more thing,
Sure.
just for consideration. I mean, God willing, the open air market will be up and running, and the street will be closed to vehicular
Yeah.
traffic. So that could also create like some space areas, for that as well.
Good point.
On Sunday?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, at least in the summertime, if PennDOT gets our application through and everything, it would be closed 24/7, like it was last year, to street traffic. It's council had voted on that, I guess, a couple months ago at this point. The application is still pending from PennDOT. I know Mr. Perrin's working on getting us an answer there, but hopefully by that point in June, it'll be up and running.
Is that for Sunday?
It'd be Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The road would be closed to vehicles, like it was last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're calling the closure of Gay Street and what goes with it. That's called the open
Yeah,
air
we
market.
call that, we reference that as the open air market.
I know that got me, that was a problem for me from the start, but I get you.
Okay, so we can approve this 3-0. There are several moving parts to it yet, which can be worked out, and as if necessary, we can always apply the Gailey doctrine. You know, we can always change it. Ms. Breen, is that okay with you?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you.
Good, good. All right. So we will move on to item number 8. Approve the April 2021 HARB Certificate of Appropriateness. Item A, this is the Cat Hospital on High Street. They need to repair the damage from that huge tree that fell on their building. And this was approved by HARB with just, and they're going to be using recycled bricks from the damaged area. And HARB wants them to make sure they're using the correct mortar for the color. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah.
Bill, if you keep scrolling to the bottom where the recommendation from
Yeah.
HARB was,
Oh yeah, right there.
right there. Bill, I think they comment on the windows and the using the
did.
bricks from the existing construction.
Yeah. And they wanted the shutters to be wood instead of the vinyl, I think, that are now. So are there any questions or comments on this project?
Approved.
Approved, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Is this an approval or approval with, they gotta go
Oh, it's
back
got to
to
be
the board?
resubmitted. I forgot that. Yeah, it's got to be resubmitted once they,
Approve, so it's a partial approval, but it says approved as, so it's not approved as presented.
That was approved with the
Right.
following conditions.
Okay, so we just
Yeah.
need to make sure that just gotta make sure next week that's in the council motion, Kevin, okay?
mhm.
Just being approved with the conditions,
Yes.
you're saying? Yeah, okay.
If not, you have to deny the application.
Okay.
Just the way HARB has it.
Yep, yeah, so as I'm reading here, yeah, so you have to do it, pay attention to what's here in the recommendation.
Okay. Okay. So let's go to the next item. Item B, 2021-13, 18 North High Street, Dingzheng Zheng. It's where the liquid, I forget what it's called.
Eatery.
Next, yeah, okay, that's good. And they want to put a PVC sign on the building, and it would not be lit. HARB, I believe, approved that as presented. Right there. Scroll down to the bottom, you can see the picture. Right there. Okay. All right. Any questions or comments from people at the meeting? It's
I
fine
have
with me.
In prior agendas, it usually says whether they're approved or not. It would be helpful, I guess, Mr. Prone, if my understanding is all of these are approved by HARB, and it's just for us to say what we think. So I would just make that suggestion that that ought to be on our agenda.
I can certainly do that, Mr. Scott. In the future, I'll put on there what the recommendation from Harb was.
Yeah. Thank you. I thought we had been doing that. Thank you.
Okay. So I guess we're 3-0 on that.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Item C, St. Agnes Prep. The proposed work is just to replace the front door on the front facade of the building. Harb approved that as presented.
I'd like to hear from Mr. Flynn as an expert witness on this position here.
I don't know if he's still here.
Oh, well.
Anything with St. Agnes is fine with him.
So I was getting that.
Yeah.
Approved.
Mike, you okay with this?
Yeah, yep, all good.
Okay, good. Item D, this is a fairly simple one. The sign that Diane Heron wants to put up, it says Diane Heron, State Representative, over on the Washington Street, the old school there. The sign they wanted to put up was approved, but they felt as though the sign as presented, the white in the sign was too bright, and they wanted that toned down to be like an off-white color. Other than that, there we go, yeah. And that would be hanging from that right there.
That's right. That's the same thing. I'll make sure that recommendation is on the agenda as well.
Yeah, okay. So I'm fine with that.
Yep, all good.
Okay. All right. So it'd be a 3-0. Item E, the Classic Kitchens, proposed work, new building, solid illumination to be installed on the front facade of the building. It's also to be halo lit. This was approved with conditions that they spread the letters out to more evenly match the facade of the building. They also wanted the backlight to be softer, and they wanted a dimmer to be added to that. There it is. I'm okay with this. Michael, Bill?
Me too.
Yep,
Okay, all right, 3-0. And item F. 125 East Market. Repointing the brick, 3 sides of the building, including the front facade. This is repointing a brick building where the pointing has deteriorated quite a bit. And this was approved as presented. Right, yeah. Yeah, there we go. I'm fine with it.
yep,
Okay, 3-0. And item number 9, approve the April 2021 Smart Growth Minutes. They were fine for me.
look good.
Okay. Bill?
I'm okay.
Okay, good. 3-0 to approve the minutes. Item number 10, any other business?
Negative.
Okay. Okay, item number 11, 7:35, we're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.